about a very broad subject about the future of trusted advertising. In my kind of like research and me trying to understand how we operate as an industry, what I found is that there's a lot of confusion, lack of understanding, and so therefore lack of understanding meant that people weren't experimenting or they weren't innovating. And they're coming together and actually establishing a common industry standard for what does ad fraud mean. There are many different layers of severity within ad fraud, all very crucially important to our clients, but also it helps us understand and mobilize and activate our people in the right way to tackle where the most immediate problems are. Because at the moment, there's a very broad definition of ad fraud, and it sends everyone a bit of a tears, and therefore we're not really understanding what to look for.
Privacy is actually a bigger deal on mobile devices in the cross-device world, because a device like a smartphone is a really personal device and even more private than, say, a desktop, and therefore also has to be treated differently and more carefully than the desktop world. And it has significant impact on the digital advertising industry.
Well, I think that the misconception is that somehow we're softening the word fraud. Somebody earlier on in one of the sessions talked about wastage, not fraud. No, say fraud. Fraud is against the law. It is defrauding somebody of money. And if this industry doesn't take that really, really seriously, and if it starts substituting different words, it's got a big problem. So we're doing a lot of work at the moment with something called Project Footprint, which has a straight line causality between the engaged consumer and a retail outcome. And that's what clients want to talk about. They don't want to talk about viewability and fraud.
The media industry is changing faster than ever. That at a time of such turbulence and rapid innovation, it throws up an awful lot of uncertainty, and there's a real role for a brand like ABC to bring additional trust into that arena, into that sphere, in order to help trusted trading develop more quickly.